What's up, everybody? Tito Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. The most electrifying, the most courageous, energetic host of any podcast, the host with the most, Mr. Heat Override, is ready to do his Ultra Contrarian Show. Oh, yeah, man. This is going to be wild. The lineups I got set up for you. Again, I got to say, I know last week was a little crazy. I had that Rams stack and the Rams fell apart. Whoa, Rams. I mean, I already know, man. I know this with McVay. He needs to right this ship. They need to right this ship. And going up against this San Francisco team right now is going to be very hard for the Rams. You're going to actually see that when it comes to the lineup today. But at the same time, I know how the Rams get beat. They've always got beat. Even with Aaron Donald, the Rams would get beat on the run sometimes, on the ground sometimes. And it's just what happened, man, because when they over pursue, it leaves those lanes wide open. But hey, there was a couple opportunities where, we missed some tackles and people just couldn't get free. And that really led to a big beatdown. Connor usually slashes up the Rams anyway. That's always given. But us breaking coverage like that on Marvin Harrison Jr. and giving him 2 long touchdowns like that, and then practically just killing Parkinson from there. Cooper Kupp gets hurt. Now he's doubtful. There's just so much going on. And that screwed up those lineups. You got to think, those lineups were scoring before that game actually started. And then that came down, and that's what happens with DFS sometimes. And there's no way to explain it. The only thing you could say is, hey, just buckle up them shoes and try on and make sure you get in the right contest and we'll be good. And that's how we're going to bring it today, right? But I know why you're here. You're here for the Ultra Contrarian Lineups. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm so jacked up this week. I can't wait to get in there, back in the room, get some lineups done, check my lineups, make sure I ain't missing nobody, right? Because you know how things go down. Bam. Now, this is going to be a little crazier. This is going to be a little thing, but believe me, it's gonna work out, because with what's going on with these lineups is I kind of went and I was able to find a real nice sweet spot in the slate. And with that sweet spot, I was able to build this team pretty easily. And this team is actually movable. There's a lot of players you can choose from in this range, because practically I'm going to get you around the $6,000 mark. And so anybody that's $6,000, you have a chance to actually get them in your lineup. And you'll see I do change one player. So these lineups are almost exactly alike. Now, I'll offer one little switch out too that might help you save a little money on Fanduel, Draftkings, and then that way you might be able to hit that up, right? All right. And remember, to get to Dr. Roto, read all of the content. Doc's got the visionaries out. We already did a first look at slate at this. Danger was in on it. Lou was in on it. Doc was there, of course. So when you're getting all this together, man, you got to remember, hit that up, hit this up, get it together and figure it out. Because I will, and then ask us questions. You will win cash. Yeah, let's get to it. Right? Quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Cleveland's at home against the Giants. The Giants came up short, and they were big for me last week. That was one of my backup lineups because that was my brother's birthday was Sunday, so I had a whole Giants lineup. That lineup was actually the lineup that won me some money. So, that kind of worked out. Not enough, though. But, what is ever enough, right? But, so we got Deshaun Watson, 5,500 on DraftKings, 7,300 on FanDuel. A little up there, but that's still middle of the road on FanDuel. DraftKings, that's a steal. Everybody's going everywhere, but not everybody's talking about Watson. I'm telling you, man, it's coming soon. That 3-4 touchdown game from Watson's coming soon. And when it happens, you want to be part of it. Running back, the macho pick of the week. Tony Pollard, $6,000. Like I said, 6,000 range, 68 on FanDuel. Of course, 6,000 on DraftKings. Bam. Another player that is poised to get all the points for you. I mean, Green Bay is just being letting people run all over them. Tennessee is home. And again, Will Levis has looked like crap. Dude, stop throwing the ball as much as you do. Somebody needs to contain him. That person's going to be Tony Pollard, right? And I gave out a free bet on the Bring the Pain episode of You Like That? Yeah, right? So, second running back, Alvin Kamara, 7,500 on DraftKings and 8,400 on FanDuel. Say I'm going to the well too much. Hey, I'll keep drinking the water out of the well till the well goes tank, bro. That's how we do it. Bring the pain. Man, I don't care. Plus, he fits right in with this lineup. I want a superstar that I can rely on, and there's a lot of people that are hurt in bad positions, got late week injuries coming up, like CeeDee Lamb with an ankle. Man, dude, get out of here. Man, don't try to play that game. I mean, I do like CeeDee Lamb. I have a lineup with CeeDee Lamb, right? And that lineup also includes Andy Dalton, but that's not the Ultra Contrarian lineup. The next receiver, Jameson Williams. Look, he's getting a lot of ball. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The one knock that always is on Amon-Ra St. Brown is he just doesn't seem like that Davante Adams player that he's going to get touchdowns all the time. You can't count on that all the time. You know, it's like Mike Evans. Mike Evans, is going to be able to do stuff like that. But at the same time, when you're seeing that go down and you're wondering he is getting the ball almost more than Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he definitely is taking it the distance and he's getting the longer ball thrown to him. So for me, it's a no-brainer. We got Jameson Williams, 5,800. So there's your cheap receiver. 6,300 on FanDuel. So again, we got him in. Let's get to that last receiver right there. Chris Olave. Woo! Oh, man. I don't know why I am so on Chris Olave right now. And it's just like he's going to hit. He's going to hit, right? But he's getting enough work decently to at least get you into a cash game lineup. 6,300 on DraftKings and 5,800 on FanDuel. He's a little up there on FanDuel, but that doesn't matter, right? Because I got a little thing. So actually, no, he's cheaper on FanDuel. FanDuel, I think he's 6,800. Actually, Adams, 7,800. You'll see when it comes to that, because the Ultra Contrarian. And then, of course, Amari Cooper. You knew who I was going to have, who I'm matching up Watson, and I love Ford right now. But again, I've always been a Devonta Foreman guy, and I know when he's there, he takes goal line carries, and I can't be dealing with that right now. I'm sorry. Hey, Ford could go off this game. They could both have 100 yards. I'm going to be on Cooper. That's who I'm going to be on, right? So for me, that's your stack right there. 6,100 on DraftKings. So I'm actually a little surprised he's 6,100. 6,000 on FanDuel, because usually, the FanDuel prices are more. That's why I said DraftKings hasn't priced up. FanDuel hasn't priced down. That's what allowed me to get Davante Adams off of Chris Olave on FanDuel. There's a little hint for your FanDuel lineup for the Ultra Contrarian lineup. Tight end, Pat Freiermuth. Man, I love Pat Freiermuth. He's been getting to work. He's catching 4 balls a week, 40, 50 yards. Sooner or later, he's going to get that touchdown. A lot of people aren't going to be on him. This is a week I didn't want to really pay down for tight end. And yes, Doc called me out on the First Look show yesterday when he said that the Rams fell apart and Rob was all about Parkinson, and Parkinson did not get anything. Sorry, Doc. I'll make sure that my crappy tight ends show up a little more. I'll take him out back and get him to work. Yeah. Woo! All right. If you don't like Pat Freiermuth and you want some extra money, you can move over to Jonnu Smith. I love Jonnu Smith right now. He was one of my plays last week. He came through for me, so he's going to come through again. I mean, don't expect a superhero kind of stat line, but at 3,400 and 5,000 on FanDuel, it's not bad. But again, that'll get you that extra 600 from Pat. That if you want to move up to like Davante Adams on DraftKings, then you have that option. Flex, I got to do it, right? I know Jordan Mason's going to destroy my Rams. And unless he gets hurt, unless they pull him early, unless some chaotic crap happens for the Rams, Jordan Mason's going to run down our throats the same way James Conner ran down our throats last week. It's going to happen. 6,200 on DraftKings and 83. It's priced up a lot on FanDuel, but I will take that constant production. I will take what happened last week. Last week was a little weird, too. It felt like he could have had a lot more. This week, he's probably going to have a lot more. Check that out. Defense, I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to bring the pain with the Bears. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not sleep on DeAndre Swift this week. Indianapolis is without DeForest Buckner in the middle. That changes that entire defense. They still have EJ Speed and Zaire Franklin out there, but time Swift actually gets there. Now, Swift hasn't looked good, but they do give him the ball a lot. They do, right? So when you put that into context and you think about that and you think about what's going on right now, I mean, there's going to be nobody in the middle. So Chicago's going to be able to run the ball and they're going to be able to maintain it. The defense is going to come through. We're looking at 2,600 on DraftKings. I can't believe they're 2,600 and 3,800 on FanDuel. Like I can tell all of you. I'm happy that they don't make the Bears defense expensive at all. They have no respect. They've had no respect for the Bears defense for practically the past year. My guy Danger posted in my IDP chat that the Bears have held every opponent under 20 points for the last 10 games. Now that stat right there alone has only proof to what I've been preaching since week 12 last year, that the Chicago defense, once that trade happened with Sweat, made everything a game changer. And now when you add the rest of it together, it's too much. Watch the Bears defense. They are in it. So, hey, but what do I know? And until then, you can keep giving me those prices because I'll save that money and put them on my players all day long. Yeah. All right. Let's get to it. Here's your Ultra Contrarian lineups for week 3 NFL action. Yeah. Woo. All right. I'm jacked. Can't wait to get to it. Draftkings, Watson, Pollard, Kamara, Jameis Williams, Olave, Cooper, Freiermuth, Mason, Bears. Fanduel, Watson, Pollard, Kamara, Williams, Adams, Cooper, Freiermuth, Mason, Bears. Let's win some money this week. And always remember to bring the pain. May the points be with you.